Okay, so this fight is only a month away. And the big question is, which fighter has more to lose in this massive event when it comes to their legacy? The one thing we know for sure is this will be a much, much bigger win for Terence Crawford than it will be for Canelo Alvarez, because in terms of the actual fight, Canelo Alvarez, he's not really making any sacrifices. Crawford is the one making all of the sacrifices, jumping damn near 3 weight classes just to fight Canelo. Now, don't get me wrong, Canelo, he's making sacrifices, just not the same type of sacrifices that Crawford is making. For example, if Canelo Alvarez loses this fight, it will be the most embarrassing loss of his career, because he's losing to a guy who once again is moving up damn near 3 weight classes. Now, Chris Algeri, he gave his take on who has more to lose in terms of their legacy, and this is what he had to say.
If Crawford does this and pulls this off, what does it do for his legacy? Where do you rank him all time? And on the flip, if Canelo beats Crawford, what does that do for his legacy and how he's perceived as a fighter going forward in the future?
Kind of similar to what Canelo said last year. It's a lose-lose for him. I mean, with a win, it's like everyone's just gonna say, yeah, duh, you're supposed to beat him. But actually, context matters. How he wins is gonna matter. If he struggles to get by and wins the decision, I think it's going to hurt Canelo. If he goes out there and he knocks him out, it's going to be like, yeah, all right, cool. You knocked that guy 3 weight classes below you. You're supposed to. Crawford wins. I mean, forget it. We're talking. Now we're entering the all-time great status. We're talking about pound for pound, based on everything he's done so far, which has been a ridiculous amount of things. Undisputed in multiple weight classes. You know, all the weight classes that he's won titles. Just jumping over middleweight to grab the undisputed at 68. It's nuts. Like even saying it out loud sounds crazy to me. But the guy might do it. That's the crazy thing about it. And if he loses, I don't really think it affects his legacy all that much. All the accomplishments that he already has, Crawford, those are not going to be forgotten. He's jumping up 2 weight classes, so I take it as a win-win, loss-loss situation for these guys. Win-win for Crawford and lose for Canelo.
Now, Chris Algeri, he made a lot of sense. But I don't know if I completely agree with him saying that, Terence Crawford, he really has nothing to lose. He's already achieved everything. It's true that he has accomplished more than Canelo Alvarez has. I mean, becoming a 2-time undisputed champion. He's dominated all of his opponents. He's never tested positive for PEDs. None of his fights have ever ended in controversy. But the reality is, Terence Crawford, he is a BA. And whenever you're a BA, you're always expected to do more. We all know that the standards are always set much higher for BAs, not just because of the racist type of world that we live in, but also because Terence Crawford's predecessors, they set the bar high. Not only did Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather retire undefeated, but they beat multiple fighters that were currently on the pound-for-pound list when they were fighting. And just to really understand how impressive that is, no fighter since Floyd Mayweather or Andre Ward has beat multiple fighters on the pound-for-pound list, currently on the pound-for-pound list, because Floyd Mayweather, he beat about 7, and Andre Ward, he beat about 3 or 4. I mean, just imagine if there was a fighter today on the pound-for-pound list that beat 6 out of the 10 fighters on that list. That's pretty much what Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather did. And when it comes to BAs, it's like because they're so talented and gifted, they're almost all expected to retire undefeated. They're expected to win every fight with a flawless victory. But despite the expectations being set so high, all fighters accomplishing what Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward did is unrealistic. So the reason why Crawford has a lot to lose if he loses this fight, because his goal is to become the first man to become a 3-division undisputed champion. It's never been done before in the history of the sport. The only other person that did it was a woman by the name of Clarissa Shields. So this is a kind of all or nothing situation for Terence Crawford. At least that's the way he feels about it. I mean, we've seen what Floyd Mayweather did to Juan Manuel Marquez. We've seen what Errol Spence did to Mikey Garcia. And we know, even though they were unsuccessful, old media, they tried their best to discredit those wins. We know because of the double standards that exist in the sport of boxing, if Canelo were to beat Terence Crawford, old media, they would definitely have a complete different type of reaction. Because at the end of the day, race fans, they don't really care how a BA loses. They just want to see a blemish on his record. They don't even care if the non-black guy who beat him cheated, like Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. They just want to see some type of blemish on the BA's record.
To be real, Terence Crawford Canelo is the biggest fight in boxing right now today. There's no other fight out there that's bigger than Canelo.
So you think
Crawford.
your fight would do bigger numbers than Benavidez Canelo?
100%. 100%. Let me tell you. African American, Mexican, they always made for the biggest fights in history. Going way back to Pernell Whitaker, Chavez.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be, you know what I mean, electrifying. You know, I can easily go fight Virgil Ortiz or Fundor or whoever to, you know what I mean, make a quick buck or make a quick little penny, but I'm looking at the bigger picture. You know, this is a legacy fight. This is a generational fight, you know, that will be talked about for years.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm gone, they'll talk about, man, you remember Crawford coming up to 168 and fighting Canelo, you know, 2 top 5 pound for pound fighters in the world in their prime fighting each other. Like, man, that's...
Because Canelo Alvarez has already lost twice before, a lot of people believe he should have even more losses than that on his record. He knows how to lose. He's shown flaws where even fighters that he knocked out, he was losing to a lot of those guys. He was losing to Amir Khan. He was losing to BJ Saunders. He was losing to Sergey Kovalev before he knocked him out. But credit to Canelo, he was still able to adjust, pull it off, and get the win. So my only point is, despite the fact that this is David versus Goliath, with Crawford going up damn near 3 weight classes, as dangerous as Canelo is, especially in this fight because of his size advantage, it just seems to me it won't be as much of a shock if Canelo loses. It will be more of a shock if Crawford loses because it will be a blemish on his record, the very first blemish on his record. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. That's good. Okay. Okay, you come to me? Yeah. You gonna come to me? Hi, you watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Okay. There you go. Ready?
Hi, you watching Dante Boxing Nation.
There you go. It's good, but it's a little too dark from, let me see. Let's try this from this angle. Come this way. Couldn't see your face when you come here. Okay, there, better.
Okay.
All right, ready? Go ahead.
Hi, you watching Dante Boxing Nation.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.